I had the pleasure of announcing this young lady as she was crowned queen. Yes, folks, we have Miss Shafia Gishard. As I said, she captured the National Carnival Queen title 2022-2023. Happy New Year. Welcome to Good Morning SKN. How are you feeling? You're great. Oh, wow. During the practice session prior to the show, right? Because we hosted, myself and my co-host who's not here today, a bit under the weather. I noticed you had some shoulder pains. Yes. And I was talking to you about that before we started the show this morning. And you braved it out, and nobody that watched you on pageant night would have known that you were experiencing what you were experiencing. How did you overcome, Shafia?
I honestly just had to push the pain. I know I had a goal. My goal was to win, and that is what I intended to do. Despite all the pain, the nerves, I just had to go out and perform at my best.
Nerves were? I didn't sense any nerves. I didn't sense a bit of nerves. She just went out there and she did what she had to do. So when you heard your name called for Best Evening Wear, Best Talent, Best Swimwear, were you shocked at the segments that you won? Did you know to yourself which segments you had in the bag?
Definitely. I had a good feeling that I would have captured those segments.
Okay.
So yeah. It wasn't really a surprise.
Ooh, I like that. It wasn't a surprise. So, did you enter the pageant willingly, or was this a goal of someone that they wanted to live through you?
Honestly, I always had a dream of entering the Miss Thinkers pageant, but I just didn't think that it would be this soon.
Okay.
So I got pushed into doing it. I think the support that I had behind me, they motivated me to want to continue to pursue this right now, soon.
Okay. Good stuff. So you said you wanted to do it,
yes.
You weren't ready, but you took the advice
and the chance.
And you are now the queen.
Yes.
So what's next for you now that you're the queen?
Next is for me to go on to Antigua and do Miss JC's.
And defend and bring that crown back.
Yes.
I hope I'm not putting too much pressure on you.
No pressure.
Okay, good stuff. So, your plans. You work normally, right?
Yes.
So how does work and being the National Carnival Queen coincide? How do they work together?
Well, my job is very lenient, so I honestly have the time to pursue my duties as queen, so they don't really interfere. It doesn't interfere as much.
Okay. So we're going on to Miss JC.
Yes.
What specific area of pageantry do you think you need to work on to ensure that you capture this crown?
Honestly, interview. I think interview would always be the most challenging aspect of a pageant. Okay. So, yes, definitely the interview segment.
Good stuff. And mental health. We know this is a big thing around us, right? Yes. Why did you choose to focus on men's mental health and not that of us? Because we go through a lot as women.
I think when we hear mental health, we normally think about women. And being someone who's experienced the negative effects that a man's mental health can have on a person, not only that, but an entire household, I felt like it was important for me to use this opportunity to push an issue that isn't talked about enough, one that resonates well with me, and one that should be heard about more.
Good stuff. So, do y'all notice she's working on an interview? Did y'all notice that? I like that. No, your talent. Your talent was out the ballpark. I liked how you portrayed. I like what you did.
You.
How important. Let me go a little. So you have guy friends, right? So that's not in the street. So what do your guy friends tell you about us dressing up in the lashes and the hair and as you said, we want to give ourselves concussions where we have to hit our head. What have they told you specifically that helped you to put the male perspective in on that talent? Because you really went in with a male perspective. Even the dress, even the way she moved, she went in with a male perspective.
Honestly, they were just telling me they showed me how to act as manly as I could. They showed me how to talk as manly as I could, even though I was shaky with that a bit, but
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Honestly, I couldn't tell.
They helped a lot.
Okay, good stuff. So what would you do differently that you did on the night?
In terms of everything overall?
Yeah, overall, what do you think you would have done differently?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of, I had a lot of issues backstage.
Mm-hmm.
I almost took in after every segment. Literally was on oxygen after every single segment. So I don't know what I would have changed.
Well, we couldn't tell. You see, folks, we look at the show, we look at the contestants, we see these ladies come up, they do their best, and we really don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And I could not have guessed this was what was happening, because every time Shafia came up, she showed out and out. So, oh my gosh, sorry to hear, and I'm glad that you're feeling better. Wow. Us women really put on a show, huh? Boy, we pretty brave. So, leading up to the show, how early did you start practicing?
About 4 months.
Oh, 4 months. Wow.
Yeah, less than that even.
Wow. So gym time.
Yeah.
What did you miss eating that you couldn't eat?
Honestly, I actually had to eat. I had to gain weight. So that was actually the hardest thing for me. One of the hardest things I had to go through. Gaining weight, eating a lot. Yeah.
You drank the protein and all?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Every day, every morning, every night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I never knew that somebody would have to gain weight, because normally when you hear Queen Show, you know, you're going to tone up and lose the weight.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how was that mentally for you? Did you feel okay gaining the weight?
No.
No?
I hated every minute of it.
Oh, wow.
It was, no, I hated it.
So the fact that now we are going to Miss JC's, do you have to gain weight, or do you have to just keep it in this level?
I would think I have to gain more weight.
Oh, and then they're just going to tone it up.
Yeah.
Who's your trainer, by the way?
Al.
Okay, Mr. Al, you go Al. Trainer for the queens. So your talent, how long did you have to practice, to memorize?
It took me about 2 weeks to learn, practice, execute. Yeah.
So what I want to know, what experience do you have in acting?
None.
None. Wow. And you did so well.
I think it's my dramatic nature.
Okay, yeah. Love it. And how easy was it to work with your chaperone? Yes, I'm putting you on the spot, ma'am. You know who you are.
It was quite easy. I had a lot of fun. Actually enjoyed this whole journey. Like, she made it easy for me. Yeah. I
see you had some nice people around you, including those that were front row, that knew everything. Like, do you know? Chef, yeah. They were ready for you. So your evening gown won.
Yes.
And we know it's always the red that takes it.
Yes.
So why did your camp pick a black gown? And why did you guys believe that this would be the winning gown?
Well, for me, it was all about elegance.
Okay.
And they had a vision for me. They wanted something different. They wanted my every segment to be different for me. And the black dress was it. They figured that would just be beautiful on me. Yeah.
So is black your favorite color? Or?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You wore it well, you walked in it well.
Thank you.
And as I said, folks, we don't understand. I see when these girls were about to trip up, they just stopped, they composed themselves, they stood tall, and they continued. Yeah. I was looking at the intricacy of everything. Your earrings, how heavy were those?
Extremely heavy. Extremely heavy.
And see, they walked and made you look like nothing was the problem, y'all. These ladies did extremely well. So you said your camp chose that black gown for you, right? So when you saw it initially, did you feel overwhelmed? Did you think it's too long to walk in? Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I was scared because I know the wind and the slits, I know it would be moving, I know thoughts about stepping on the dress and how heavy it was. So I was actually kind of scared.
Yeah, she said the dress was heavy. I could never guess. I could never have guessed. Wow. So now we're going to talk about that female clown suit stuff. Why did you guys decide to change it?
Change?
Yeah, because it was in a skirt form.
Yeah.
And we know the clown suit is a big, as we would say, a onesie, all in one.
Yeah.
Why did you guys change it? Because you had a little midriff out and everything. Why the change?
The theme this year was about innovation, and we wanted to be innovative with the clown and portraying it in a modern way.
Yeah. Okay, because I even saw you wore your mask on the back. I know most clowns normally do that when they're tired. You just see the mask hanging off the back as well as the hoodie and stuff like that. But that was, and who created that one?
Judith Wallings from Swag and Sway and to Calvin Richardson.
Oh, nice.
And they had 48 hours, less than 48 hours to put together a costume.
And they did that.
And they did it.
Congratulations, Judith and Calvin. Oh my gosh, you guys are a powerhouse. That was lovely. I was blown away by the costumes on that night, for real. The Poinciana, we had the Pelicanist.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember the whole name, but the Pelican costume. We had, what other costume we had? Boy, I'm struggling here to remember all the costumes. Oh, we had the music costumes. That one Aquila wore. And whose costume am I forgetting? Oh, the African water jug with the Chinese. Well, it could be African, but when I looked at it, I'm thinking, oh, Chinese lantern. They look so cute. But these ladies did very, very well. So other than preparing for Miss JC's with your platform, where will you go to speak? Who will you speak to? What can you tell me about that?
Right now, my team and I are putting together a calendar of events that where we would go and speak to the public and men, of course, on my platform and bringing awareness to it.
Okay, any charitable events or any other thing that you can?
Hopefully, as this journey continues, yes, definitely.
Oh, the journey starts and it ends so quickly, though. I know. So your team, is there anyone you want to thank, including your sponsors? You can feel free to do it at this time.
Yes, I would like to thank my entire team: Janet, Kershaw, Vincia, Lester, Angel, Judith, Calvin, the YSN Kids Hotel. Thank you so much. And everyone else, family, friends, I love you guys. Thank you.
And the hype people that were in the front. Listen, those hype people were in the front. Let me tell you, from the start, who's gonna be queen? Javier. They were just, your hype people were the best. Your hype people.
Yeah, they really showed out.
Yeah, they showed up and out. Is there anything, Shafir, you would have done differently this year if you were? Let me phrase it differently. What would you have done this year, given the fact that you think you weren't ready for the pageant?
What I would have done differently?
Differently, yeah. You said you weren't ready, right?
Yeah.
But you went in, you did your best, whatever. What would you have done differently, knowing that you would have accomplished what you have managed to accomplish?
I think starting earlier, training earlier. Going to the gym earlier, yeah, definitely.
Having them feed you cake earlier?
Yes.
Okay, so for hopefuls that are hoping to go into the Missing Kids, what advice would you give them? And what were some of your highs and some of your lows as you prepared for the National Carnival Queen pageant last year?
Okay. For anyone wanting to go into the pageant, I would suggest take the risk. If that's something that you're passionate about, something that you're interested in, and you see yourself going through the struggles of, because it's a mental warfare too, not only physical, it is mental. But if this is a dream that you have, something you want to do, I would say take the risk, go for it. You never know what could happen. In my case, I won, so you never know.
We spoke about everything else, but we didn't mention your sponsors, the Royal St. Kitts Hotel.
Yes.
How have they been? How did they celebrate your win?
Well, they have been extremely supportive, encouraging me throughout this whole journey to make sure that I did my best. And thank you guys so much.